Welcome to Recollection Mall. If you were a mall rat like me or spent your formative years hanging out or being dragged to the mall by your parents or your parental units, then you've come to the right place. Have you ever gone into your childhood, teenage, or current mall and wondered, wasn't there a store or restaurant there? So let's take a trip down memory lane and take a look at that mall's history of yesteryear. Be sure you stick around to the end of this video and see if you can take my mall survey. So leave a comment or a memory of this mall below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks. Originally developed under the leadership of Rusty Lyon following the success of Metro Center, the mall was part of a bigger plan for the area called the Paradise Valley Village. A company called Westcor developed the whole project. The mall was built on 100 acres and was designed by an architect named Rafiq Islam. We set out the theme of the mall, and the mall starts with the entrance, Islam said. So we have a design and entrance that could be visible and identifiable in the daytime as well as night. And it also has to be able to be moved in 2 or 3 years when the mall expands. So we designed a cube. The iconic cube-topped entrances were a defining characteristic of the PV Mall, but so too was the Southwestern-inspired decor. Lyon, an avid collector of Native American art, wanted the shopping center to be rooted in a sense of place. It was built with special blocks and white stucco. Inside it had skylights to let in sunshine and pretty courtyards with plants. The floors were made of wood and patterned tiles. The mall even had features to save energy. The Native American influence showed up in the floor designs of PV's courts, the open space between the anchor stores. Each court had a different tile design based on Navajo rug patterns. Terrazzo tiles from Guadalajara, Mexico were brought in to create the floors. The step pattern columns also echoed Native American Thunderbird designs. The overall design was complete by May of 1977, at which point Architectonics had to get approval of the partners. By mid-June, the mall was a go. The construction phase took place in 1978. Paradise Valley Mall first opened its doors in 1978, but the big party opening was held on February 28, 1979. When it first opened, it had 3 main department stores. Diamonds was the first big store to open in February of 1979. JCPenney opened with a grand ceremony later that month. Goldwater's opened a bit later in August of 1980. A movie theater, General Cinema, also opened in 1979. The mall thrived at first, entering the 1980s, but as the retail landscape changed, meaning other malls in the area began to challenge its business, the mall started to lose its edge. Developments later on, like Kierland Commons and Desert Ridge Marketplace, offered a fresh open-air shopping experience that drew customers away from the traditional enclosed mall format. In 1984, Diamond's department store closed. It reopened as Dillard's. The Paradise Mall's exterior was filmed for scenes of the 1980s classic Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, but it never made the final cut and was edited out. In 1989, the Goldwater store closed. It reopened as a rebranded J.W. Robinson's when their parent company, May Department Stores, dissolved the Goldwater's division in Arizona. That same year, Dillard's would relocate into their new building as part of the mall's expansion. Sears would move into its former space. The mall got much bigger. 2 new sections were added to the north. One new section had a Dillard's store. The other new section had more shops and a Broadway store, and a 3-story parking garage was also built. Stores that you may have remembered: the Hobby Bench, Chess King, The Gap, Miller's Outpost, Radio Shack, Cafe Paradise, Gazebo, Glamour Shots, B. Dalton Books, Vans, Sunglass Hut, Industrial, Zoomies, Contempo Casual, Fashion Conspiracy, Casual Corner, Structure, Kitty Photos, Cinnabon, Toys by Roy, Orange Julius, The Warehouse, KB Toys, Brainstorms, Watch Out Store, Gymboree, Circus Foods, Torrid, Eddie Bauer, Planet Neo, Sam Goody, and Ann Taylor. In 1991, the Broadway opened. In 1993, J.W. Robinson's closed and reopened as a rebranded Robinson's May. In 1996, the Broadway closed and reopened as Macy's. In 1998, a fun carousel was added near the food court. In the early 2000s, the mall was updated again. Many indoor plants were removed and new flooring was put in. The food court also got a new look. The older part of the mall was updated too. More skylights were added and some of the old floor tiles were replaced. Paradise Valley was located near Scottsdale. Over time, the types of shopper visiting the mall changed. In the early 2000s, newer shopping centers opened nearby. These new places attracted shoppers who wanted more expensive brands. This meant that Paradise Valley Mall started selling more items for middle-income families. In 2006, Robinson's May closed and reopened as a rebranded Macy's. The existing Macy's was later closed since there were two of them at the mall. In 2008, one of the newer sections of the former Macy's building was torn down. This made space for the brand new Costco store. In the 2010s, many chain stores started closing across the country. This also affected the Paradise Valley Mall. More small local businesses opened there instead of the big chain stores. By 2017, the mall was considered dead, and changes were on the horizon for this mall. In February of 2019, Sears closed. In December of 2020, Dillard's closed their doors. By late March of 2021, Macy's permanently closed. Only Costco and JCPenney were left as the main stores. The Picture Show movie theater also closed in December of 2020. When the mall permanently closed on March 31st, 2021, only a few businesses were still open inside or nearby. These included JCPenney, Costco, Bath & Body Works, and Chompy's restaurant. Bath & Body Works and Chompy's closed soon after, but JCPenney and Costco stayed open. In April of 2021, the mall was sold to a company called Red Development. After the mall closed, most of it was torn down to make way for new buildings. Demolition of the indoor mall began in July of 2021 and finished in February of 2022. It left the West Wing attached to JCPenney. Plans for the future development were announced, including renaming the project to PV. Phase 1 of PV's plans was to open in mid-2025 and will include a Whole Foods market, a park with a pavilion, apartment buildings, and a Harkins Dine-In luxury theater. The former mall is currently under a $2 billion renovation and redevelopment on its 100 acres. Congratulations!
Still here? It's over.
When I find you.
Pop quiz, hotshot.
This is only a test.
So if you've gotten this far into the video, thanks. So how many anchor stores closed or changed names at this mall? So if your answer is 9, Give yourself a hand. You were paying attention. Thanks for watching. So what are some of your memories of this mall? Leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to Recollection Mall. Add your name to the mall directory. Thanks.